Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Gentlemen, some of you believe that if a woman is really attractive, she's most likely a cheater because she has more options. And that is a lie from the pits of hell. The hotter the woman, the more loyal she is. And this is because she has mastered the art of saying no. She has been rejecting men left and right from the beginning of time. And so she knows what she likes. And if she likes you, she's going to stick with you. Now, a woman that rarely gets any male attention, she's going to like it when she starts receiving it. And she's probably going to cheat sometimes just by default. It's just because she's not used to saying no. Obviously, this is a generalization. Don't go crazy in the comments. It goes on a case-by-case basis. But that is the truth from the big picture.
No, not really. Being loyal is a mindset, not a skill set. The hotter the woman, the more loyal she is, but then you say it based on a case by case, so that doesn't work with your big picture either.
The way he treats you is how he feels about you. Let me repeat that one and run it back because sometimes that one hurts. The way that he treats you is how he feels about you. Stop making excuses for him. Stop trying to find some meaning or some reason why he's not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated. Again, it goes back to the whole, if he wanted to, he would. It's really so true. If he's always busy, if he's a terrible texter, if he just can't seem to get it together, it's probably because he doesn't want to and or he's really just not that into you. But instead of viewing this as like a negative thing or a slight towards you or a dig or any way to make you question yourself like in any capacity, just say thank you next and keep it moving because someone will be right for you. It's just not him.
Yeah, see, I've been doing this for a few years and I remember some of you. The thank you next because there's gonna be someone else out there for you didn't really work out for you though. The way he treats you is a reflection on blah blah blah, but he doesn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated. What if he does though? What if he treats you exactly the way you deserve to be treated?
I think the hardest part about feeling sexy as a woman is admitting that you can be sexy. There is like so much shame and guilt and self-confidence and feeling sensual as a woman. I think this begins to be rooted when we're like teenagers, and in high school you can get like made fun of for trying. Almost like putting effort into yourself looking better as a woman is shameful. And this can even follow into your 20s and I don't know, I'm sure 30s as well, where people that are maybe jealous or just judgmental will say something snarky because you did something for you. In turn, I often see women who don't put effort into themselves almost like take pride in it as like a way to deflect it. Almost like, I can't be bothered to go to the hair salon. Like, I hate sitting in the chair for that long. Like, I just don't do it anymore. Which is fine, valid if that's truly how you feel. But sometimes I feel like we start covering up these things that we actually wish we did do for ourselves just because we don't want to say that we just don't want to make the time for ourselves instead.
I wonder why she talks to her followers like they never leave the house and they don't see other people. Young women in their 20s are getting Botox, fillers, implants and BBLs more than ever. And even on TikTok, every other TikToker is recording herself while putting on makeup. And yet this is her video. Princess, if I want to be like this badly, I will listen to some politician promising me stuff.
Girls, if you're struggling with dating, here's a life-changing tip. Let's face it, dating burnout is very real. We're all out here swiping and hoping for the one. But instead of enjoying the process, we end up completely exhausted. Maybe it's time to try something different. What if you stopped looking for Mr. Perfect and just see people for humans with stories? Like, just go on a date with the mindset, what can I actually learn from this person? And even if they're not the one, they might teach you a valuable lesson about life, about dating, or about yourself. Even a bad date will add value because now you know what you don't want. Remember, the right person will show up at the right time. Just like a teacher who pops up at the right moment to drop some wisdom.
Exactly right. Just because the right one hasn't showed up yet doesn't mean he ever will. Not if you listen to these lunatics, dating coaches who are themselves single. And sure, you can say a teacher will teach you some wisdom if you really want to say that, but they're being paid to do that. The right one is not getting paid. Well, you can pay, but that turns into something different.
I tried the Hinge hack where you set the age 75 to 85, not a deal breaker, because there's not that many people that age on the app. It shows you all the good people your age. Oh my god, I ran out of likes in like 5 minutes, and I never usually run out of likes. There were so many hot guys around like between 30 to 40 that all popped up that I'd never seen before. I always see the same people. Will I go on a date with them? Probably not. but at least I know they're out there.
Okay, update. I am getting liked by 20-year-olds and 50-year-olds, but the 50-year-olds are saying they want to spoil me, so...
Will I go on a date with them? Probably not. So let me make sure I got this right. You're trying all these so-called Hinge hacks to get more matches, to find more dates, but when it comes to going on dates, why would you? Yeah, no, who even wants to go on dates? Well, in this case, you if they're 50s and they promise to spoil you.
You don't want to know the thing that is responsible for the most divorces? It is not what you think. It's not fights about money. It's not cheating. It's not lack of intimacy. It's not disagreements over parenting. It's not addictions or mental health problems. It is lack of accountability. Some individuals with very significant insecure attachment wounds absolutely cannot take accountability for their behavior. They literally go through their entire relationship always defending their behavior. They never say sorry. Accountability is just, hey, I did this thing, or hey, I said this thing, and I acknowledge that it hurts you. And because I love you, my job is to love you in a way that doesn't hurt you. Even if I don't understand why this hurts you, even if it's something that wouldn't hurt me, that doesn't matter. Because I am responsible for loving you in the unique way that you need to be loved. I have to get to know you on a deep level to avoid hurting you in the ways that would uniquely hurt you due to your past and who you are as a person.
How about you own your past and who you are as a person and you don't put your crap on the other person? How's that for accountability? No way, that will be personal accountability. You're waiting for the other person to take accountability for the crap you're putting on them.
You guys are really loyal to these crusty demons because you've been conditioned. That's not innately who you are. As a woman, you are the natural born leader and you have infinite power in you, but the patriarchy doesn't want you knowing that or believing that because you're the one upholding it. Your free labor is what keeps the patriarchy alive. Once you realize that, you're liberated and you're no longer catering and making excuses for these dusty, crusty men. Like, if we look at Sloane from Entourage, I mean, this goddess, there is no way her instincts as a woman would be to be loyal to this little crusty troll who has lied to her, cheated on her, used her for her connections, used her family, and then literally just betrayed them when it wasn't convenient for him anymore.
Yeah, you go queen. Can I call you queen or do I need to call you goddess? You never know these days. But you go whatever you think you are. You fight that patriarchy by watching TV shows. That may not make you loyal, but it makes you also a natural born leader. I still have no idea how not being loyal makes you a natural born leader, but in the end you're just another TikToker. I wasn't expecting anything.
As someone who's recently been on the dating scene, I have never asked a man what he brings to the table, which is why I get so annoyed when guys will be doing that in my comments. If you had even an ounce of common sense, you would realise that within pretty much an hour of meeting someone, you know exactly what they bring to the table. And the question makes you look really dumb.
Fair enough, within an hour you already know what they bring to the table. If it also takes them an hour to understand what you bring to the table, that kind of explains why you're still single. But when it comes to understanding someone's financial status, all you need is a comment. Okay? Before we get into this, I'll read what she said. POV, when no man offers their seat for the older women on the train.
Can we just talk about that? Not one person, not one man on that train give up a seat for a woman. That would never happen in Liverpool where I'm from, you know. Like, just ask someone if you want a seat. Like, a woman's been stood up the whole journey, even if it's a half the journey.
Same men you've been yelling at for years to leave you alone should stand up and offer you a seat. Well, first of all, no. Second of all, equality. And third of all, what's next? You'll expect them to open the door for you? For years, you were complaining about toxic masculinity. But now somehow you have no problem with those toxic men offering you a seat.
Sorry I'm late.
That's okay, Becky. Have a seat.
Oh, nuts. There's nowhere to sit.
Hey, Becky. How about you sit on my face? Yeah, right there.
Were you able to identify the sexual harassment in that scenario? Becky used the word nuts, which is offensive to men.
Alright, and this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.